Imagine standing in a deep pit, the earth rising around you, and a hissing snake coiling at your feet. There's no escape. No mercy. This was not a nightmare, this was an actual punishment in the ancient world. Let's dive into one of the most chilling and bizarre punishments ever recorded in history: being buried alive with a venomous snake. Across the ancient world, rulers and judges devised cruel and unusual ways to punish people. One of the strangest and most terrifying was practiced in some cultures, where the guilty were sentenced to death by being buried alive, not alone, but with a deadly snake. The punishment was brutal. The condemned person was placed in a deep pit. The executioners would drop a snake, often a venomous one, like a viper or cobra, into the pit. Then, the pit was sealed. The person would either be bitten by the snake, suffocated under the earth, or die from sheer terror. It was a slow, horrifying death. But why a snake? In many ancient cultures, snakes were seen as symbols of power, revenge, or the god's wrath. In ancient Egypt, the cobra was a symbol of divine protection, but also of deadly justice. In ancient Rome, snakes were connected to the underworld and to the god Mercury, who was believed to guide souls to the afterlife. In India, the snake or naga was both a protector and a destroyer. So, using a snake in punishment wasn't just about the physical danger. It was also about the symbolism. The victim was seen as being judged by the gods themselves. There are records from ancient Persia and Mesopotamia that describe this punishment. Some historians believe it was used for crimes like treason, blasphemy, or murder. The logic was simple: if you broke the laws of the gods or the king, you deserved a death that combined fear, pain, and cosmic judgment. Imagine the psychological torment: hearing the snake's hiss, feeling it slither over your skin, waiting for the bite. Some prisoners tried to stay perfectly still, hoping the snake wouldn't strike. Others screamed and thrashed, making the snake attack faster. Either way, the end was always the same. And here's something even stranger: there are stories of people being spared, only because the snake refused to bite them. In some cultures, this was seen as a sign of innocence, a kind of trial by ordeal. If the snake left you unharmed, you were believed to be protected by the gods. You might even be set free. Can you imagine that moment? Surrounded by darkness, a snake circling you, waiting for your fate, knowing that the gods might decide whether you lived or died. Today, we think of justice as laws, courts, and fair trials. But in the ancient world, punishment was often about fear, spectacle, and power. The story of being buried alive with a snake reminds us just how strange and terrifying justice could be in the past. So, the next time you hear about a weird law or punishment, remember, at least you're not stuck in a pit with a deadly snake.